Hi everybody, welcome to A Work in Progress. I'm Joanne. I have a thrift haul for you today on Sunday, and this is what I'm kind of calling a here, there, and everywhere haul because it is from here, there, and everywhere around Raleigh. And I'm not going to tell you where things are from because I probably don't remember. But if I do remember, or if the price is on it, I'll tell you what I paid for things and if I'm going to be keeping them for myself or for Caitlin's room, or if they're going up into my antique or my vintage space. I'm going to start with this first because I think this is just amazing. And this guy, they only charged me $5 for. Isn't he stunning? I'm guessing this is some kind of goose, and it's called Southbound Express, carved by Ron Fisher, 1982. I haven't done any kind of research on this, so I don't know what the value is. There's a little bit of splitting in the wood here that you might be able to see, but I'm going to squirt some wood glue up in there, and no, that's a split across the wood right here, so there's nothing I can really do about that. But these two spots here, some wood glue, clamp it down, let that sit for a day or two, and do a little bit of cleanup. Couple of little scratches here, but he's going to be good as new, I think. And I cannot believe that they only charged me $5 for this. There was no price on it when I first saw him, but I was very, very happy to pick him up. And I think at that same thrift store, now this one is the one that was right down the street from my house, and it's called Recovered Treasures. That I do recall. I also picked up these pieces. Now this I'm going to keep for Caitlin's bathroom. Paid $1.75 for this. She has told me that she's going to let me do her half bath on the first floor as you come into her townhouse. So I'm going to start gathering up things for that bathroom, and we'll put potpourri in here to just help the bathroom smell a little better. And I thought the top of it was really pretty. You can see there are some roses and such on it, and I know that she does like roses, and I like this kind of pewter muted color on that. So I thought that was a pretty good find for $1.75. These I'm going to put up into my vintage space. They are very heavy. I'm guessing these are hand blown, or these are blown glass. There's two of them, heart ornaments. You can hang these up. They're rather heavy. The first one I found is this blue one. This is just gorgeous. Paid $2 something for them. I can't really make out the price. But I have this brown, white one, and then right next to it is this beautiful cobalt blue one. And I'm going to see if you can. Light doesn't really shine through it when you put it up to the light, but they're just beautiful. And as I said, quite heavy. Pick those two up, and then I got this black floral dress for myself. I like the longer dresses to the floor for some reason, and I do like the longer sleeves, and this has a little bit of elastic here and along here. Now this has a slit in it, which I'm not super crazy about, but that's okay. Lightweight, so I could probably wear that in the fall time or so, but pretty happy with the finds from that little thrift shop. And I went there on Friday, and for the life of me, I kept thinking it was Saturday, and on Saturday, their whole store is 25% off, so the whole time I was shopping, I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get 25% off of this, 25% off of this, and I had the wrong day. But anyway, still really good prices at that store. This I picked up at the Durham Rescue Mission. I call it their retail store. It's not the bins. On Chapel Hill Boulevard. This, I don't know what they charged me because it didn't have a price on it, and I can't remember what they charged. This is, I believe somebody made this because it has, I don't think a company would put this kind of finishing on that. And then as you can see where the feet are, they're actual screws. But whoever did it, I think they did a fabulous job on it. And You could see it's kind of that weathered look. Two-tiered tray. Great job they did on it. And I'm just going to clean it up a little bit with, you know, some sanitary wipes on it and just put it in the booth just like it is. I love it. Love it. And then, if I'm not mistaken, this also I picked up at the Durham Rescue Mission thrift store. I think, maybe not. Anyway, I got this puzzle. This is a wooden puzzle, and it is that lion right there. Now, I got it for myself, and I hope all the pieces are here. It is a used puzzle, and I know you can't be, you know, sure if they are there, but still, it was opened and was put together, so I'm just fingers crossed. It was $2, so I'm going to do it a couple of nights or more than a couple of nights on a tray or something while I'm watching television. So fingers crossed it's there. I found this piece of green velvet, and I'm going to try and cover up the red velvet that was on my grandmom's chair that I showed you a couple videos ago that I brought back from my sister's house that I'm going to be putting into Caitlin's library that I'm redoing for her. And then a couple of velvet hangers. I like to use these up in, actually I like to use these personally, but I like to use these up in my vintage booth because whatever I put on them doesn't have a tendency to slip off. And I do like to sell a lot of vintage slips. They seem to be quite popular, and this just helps them to stay on. And I think they only charged me like 25 cents, I think. And there were 5 of them. One of them is downstairs now, and I also have to mark on these in a felt that the hangers are not for sale because otherwise they'll walk off with the garment. But pick those up. And then this little, I don't know how much I paid for this either because this was not marked, but these little woven baskets with the lid on them, for some reason these sell. Anytime I put these into my booth, these sell. I do have one up in the booth now that has been sitting for a little while, excuse me, which is unusual because most times I put these into the booth and within a week or so, poof, they are gone. But I did pick this one up. We'll see how long it takes for that to go. Now, I have never found one of these. This is a vintage Halloween mug. Now, I don't pick up a lot of mugs. I did pick up that Ray Dunn mug not too long ago, and that I was lucky enough to sell to one of you lovely viewers, but I don't do well with mugs. I started off trying to sell them, and for some reason, I just didn't do well with them, so I've stopped putting mugs into my booth unless there's something special. But this guy, I thought he was special, and he was made in Taiwan, and you could see his paint is starting to wear off, but that's fine. I am going to very gently clean him off. I'm thinking about how I'm going to clean him, probably with a sanitary wipe, and avoid the paint, the eyes, and just clean him off with that. He's a bit dirty inside, and I don't know, I think I got him at the Durham Rescue Mission, their retail store, but I've never found a vintage Halloween mug before, so I was pretty excited about that. And then also, keeping on the vintage, but this, whoops, this was Christmas, I found this little Santa teapot. And he was also made in Taiwan, and I hope he's in good condition. Generally, my rule is that I will unwrap this cellophane that they put around him because I want to make sure that there are no chips or anything on the inside, like the teapot here or his little hat, the lid. This time I didn't do it, and I hope I don't regret that. Now, he does have some, you know, little paint wear and chips of paint off, but he's good around here, the little teeth where the water would come out and such, and he's good around the bottom and all there. He has a little bit of paint loss, but you know, it's an older piece, so you would expect that. So I'll put him away for Christmas time. And then at the thrift store that's by my house, they oftentimes outside have a free box, and I picked up some free marbles. So I'm going to be putting those into a collection, a little mason jar or something, and when I have enough marbles, and put those out for sale. Found a couple of willow trees, and we got this little girl here, and she is holding a bunch of flowers behind her. Let me see. They've got this right over the bottom. What she is called, thank you, that little girl. And then a bigger one. I love finding these bigger ones. So that looks like a new mommy and daddy. And this one is called, oh, come on here. Whoop. Oh, shoot. Wow, this sticker. New Life is what that one is called. So I was very happy to find those. Those were in with the glassware. So, you know, you've got to look all over, even if like it's a glassware aisle and you're not interested in glassware, go down it anyway when you're thrifting, because people put things, if they decide they don't want it, they put it back in the oddest places. That's where I found these two. And then I was very excited to find this Longaberger basket. And my friend Rhonda said it's a bread basket. That's a lot of bread, with the liner in it too. And this is from 1996. So super, super happy to find this. This is a large, large piece. And Longabergers do sell. So this will be going into the booth. And then this piece I found, and this will be going into Caitlin's room. Now, darn it, I think I did this. Oh, shoot. Yep, I think I damaged this. It is a perspective of Williamsburg Incorporated, 1722. Isn't that cool? And you know what? I bet you that happened. I had somebody pull a very stupid move out on Capitol Boulevard. And I'm telling you, by the grace of God, I did not hit this person. And everything that was in the back of my vehicle slammed forward. And I'll bet you that's how that got damaged. There was something on top of it and just skidded across it. But that's going to be going into her library. And picked up a couple of pieces of clothing. We finally went to the flea market. We went yesterday on Saturday, my daughter and I. Went early, a little bit early. Well, we met there at 11 o'clock. And I'm glad we went when we did, because it was really, really hot. It only got hotter, and there were not a lot of vendors there. This was at the tail end of all of that rain that we got from the hurricane. And I guess maybe vendors were nervous about coming out, if we were going to get more rain or what the crowds are going to be like. So the vendors were kind of scarce. But I did pick up at a vintage clothing vendor that was there. I did pick up this long blouse, which is great. This is an extra large by Calabi. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's vintage or not, but I got it mostly because it's a larger size, and because it's just so, it looks very boho to me, very light and airy. And then I picked these up. I don't, as far as lingerie goes, I will pick up robes, nightgowns, slips. I picked up vintage underwear. This is the first time I have ever done this, because these are really cool. These are the large panties that go like way high, waist high. They zipper up. They're clean. The zipper works. And I think that somebody that wants to dress the period is going to want these. I mean, they're going to want to dress inside and out the time period. So that's why I picked them up. it's going to be risky, and somebody might want to, that's disgusting. I'm not kidding them. Totally understand that, but I thought I would take a chance on them. This is not vintage, but it's a good brand, so I picked this up. It's a Columbia medium skort. Great for hiking or just going out thrifting. They have the little shorts underneath of them. So I'm going to put these. My booth is, as far as clothes-wise, is stocked with vintage clothing, but every once in a while I'll put a piece of more modern clothes in it. And so far, the owners have not said anything to me about that. I don't do it very often at all. Like that green blouse, I'm not sure that is vintage. The Columbia, I'm quite sure that's not 20 years old. The other pieces are, and 99.9% of my clothing is vintage. Like I said, there are some occasional pieces that are not. I had also mentioned that we needed more lighting in the room that I'm redoing for Caitlin, and I lucked out on lighting. So I picked up this brass lamp for Caitlin. It does work. Obviously, I need to find a shade for it. It's in really good condition. It does work. And I lucked out too because it was a yellow tag, and yellow tags were half off. So I paid $2.50 for this lamp. And you cannot beat it. And it's the Alsy, A-L-S-Y, Alsy lamp. I don't know. I don't know if that's a vintage lamp or a more modern. I have no idea. Modern. Don't know. But I really like the look of it. I think it's going to fit very well into the space. Now I just have to find the shade. And then more lamps that I lucked out on. This is, and I found this at the thrift store that's very close to my house. I just have to tighten it up a little bit. A floor lamp. It's quite heavy. It's metal. It kind of looks like brass or something like that. It is not, but very heavy. And I wish I could show you. Maybe I can. Can you see the detail that's on the bottom of it? Super cool. It used to be filled. The bottom of it was filled with concrete, and for some reason it has chipped out, or at least the majority of it has chipped out. And I'm assuming that's to help it, stay planted and stay secure on the bottom and not knock over. But I thought this was a great, great lamp. Now, I saved from quite a while ago, I saved a bird finial from another lamp that I had. So I'm going to use the bird finial on top of here. And again, I just need to look for a lamp shade for it. Tested it out and it does work. So this was $10.75. So you can't beat it. I mean, $2.50 and $10.75 for the lamps to go into her room, and lampshades that I will look for now. So that is everything. My favorite piece from today's haul, I think, as odd as it might be, is this goose. And a little story about geese that I learned is that they mate for life. So, and I may have said this in previous video too. Oh, he has glass eyes. They mate for life, and it makes me so sad. We have a lot of geese around our neighborhood. It makes me so sad when I see a lone goose around here. And I always like to think that the mate is maybe, just out for a break or something, or out to lunch with the girlfriends, and that the one goose has not lost their mate. But that's a fact about geese, that they do mate for life. Kind of like my parents did. They were together for their life, minus, their childhood and the 3 years at the end of their life. So that is my favorite piece from this haul. If you had a favorite piece, or maybe you had more than one, go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below, so we all know what that was. And if you enjoyed the video, of course, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, enjoy thrift haul videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Or If you're not new to the channel and just haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that before you hop on to the next one. And until my next one, everyone, I want to thank you so much for watching. And as always, please take very good care of yourselves. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.